What's up, family? Welcome back to another legendary reaction video. So we got John Salley would take Prime Bird over Prime LeBron James. I'm curious to get his perspective, let alone give my perspective, my opinions and thoughts, and then ask you guys down in the comments what you guys' perspective is based on what John says. Shout out to John Salley podcast, and shout out to whose show is this? The Dan Patrick Show. Let's go.
I'm going to give you Larry Bird in his prime or LeBron in his prime.
Larry Bird.
That's a quick answer.
Do you remember? I know I have nightmares. Do you? Do you have nightmares?
Yes, I was there in the 80s.
Yes.
I was there.
Me too.
I was there covering. Well, I was covering the Celtics. You were trying to cover the Celtics.
And Larry loved me, man. Larry was so cool with me because, me, Lenny, Mike Brown, we would, Red Auerbach would have us come play in their camp. when Red Auerbach was bringing in guys from country. I said, you were playing where? I was playing in Pennsylvania. No, so it was like
the accent though.
Camp. when Red Auerbach was bringing in guys from country. I said, you were playing where? I was playing in Pennsylvania. No, so it was like he was bringing in these grown men who were like, I want this job. And we were playing every night. Kevin McHale. And I was like, oh, they don't even know how much I'm a Celtic fan. They have no idea, but I played it cool. But then Larry would, man, I remember at the end of the game, I had never seen this. Larry had more ice on. He looked like an Eskimo. Like it was like this, and he would talk to you. Ice everywhere.
Why?
And then come out because he had iced his knees, iced his ankles.
Yeah, man. What do you mean, why? Come on, Dan. Yeah, he been playing every night, so obviously he got to, soreness. He got to get the icing on, man. Come on.
Ice his shoulder, ice on his back, ice on his neck. And he'd be sitting in that locker room just covered in ice. Up. And then the next day he would come in as if he was not hurting. and just the thing that reminds me of Larry that I saw last night is the way Luka shoots the ball. That whole right here.
Behind your head?
Yeah, man. That takes an art, I believe. The way to shoot a basketball like that takes an art. That's not something that you could just do because I tried it. I'm a little ball player. I play a little bit of ball, but I don't know, man. I feel like that's unique. That shot obviously is always uniquely tied to Larry Bird. I don't think no one can do it better than Larry Bird. And you don't see many people doing it because look at the art of it. I mean, it's not easy to from my end. Comment down below, family. Do you believe the art of Larry Bird's shot, the over-the-head shot that John Salley and Dan Patrick is mentioning right now, is an easy way to shoot a basketball rather than keeping the ball forward and just shooting it like this? Comment down below.
And it's here the whole time. And it's the follow through and it finds the rim every time.
It's like a rainbow.
That was a crazy thing when I watched that last night.
Did you guard Bird?
Yeah.
Of course.
Successful?
Didn't he play with Michael Jordan? He played with Kobe Bean Bryant. He played with Michael Jordan. He played with Larry Bird. Correct me if I'm wrong, family, because I'm always open to the possibility of being wrong.
No.
What do you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Successfully? No.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Did I guard him? Yes, but
you said successfully? No. Hey, at least you gotta. Well, you being honest though. You being honest.
No. This is.
But if he liked you, he probably didn't talk trash to you.
Oh, he talked it all the time. He was constantly talking. Like it was a trip that even I looked at the video when Dennis Rodman's leg gets caught in his neck and Bill Lambert, he goes down and he's punching Bill. The first person I went to grab was Larry to pull him off, and then DJ grabs me.
I didn't know about this story, family. Educate me on this. Comment down below.
Leg gets caught in his neck and Bill Lambert, he goes down and he's Dennis Rodman's leg gets caught in his neck and Bill Lambert, he goes down and he's punching Bill.
I do recall this because Bill Lambert was a dirty player from what I've been informed about, covering the stories and covering the,
person I went to grab was Larry to pull him off, and then DJ grabs me. I said, I'm trying to get him off him. And then we get out the way and I mind my business. Because, at that time, I'm totally not understanding everything. But Larry was, he would talk and he would say, Sal, you better ask for a double team, bro. And there's...
You better get some help.
I was like, when are you going to keep when are you going to let these people know you're a black guy from Indiana? When you
Oh, my goodness. No, he didn't say it. No, he didn't say it.
do that?
Not to the French
Stop
lick.
this whiteness. What are you doing?
Yeah, but then he would have been just another black player, according to Dennis Rodman. Whoa! Callback or Isaiah.
Callback.
Yeah.
Callback.
Just another.
Was he so wrong? Was he so wrong?
So Bird would have been just another black player if he was black.
I remember when that happened, right?
I was there.
I know.
And I was like, oh my God. That was a hot topic though, John, at the time.
Yeah, it was a young rookie saying things, not understanding. Hey, they do the same thing. It's not our fault. Racism is your fault. No, I
gotta love the humor of John Salley, man. You gotta love the humor here.
It's always been, they did movies about it, The Great White Hope. It's always been when somebody's exceptional, then they go to their skin color, and whatever skin he's in, that race takes him as like, that's our champion. We did it with Tiger.
I get what he's saying. He's about to say Tiger Woods, but basically he's trying to say either way to make it an interesting narrative that encapsulates the whole story. If they do exceptionally well, whatever niche or whatever niche that they do, whatever career that it is, whatever you blue, green, yellow, they always gonna say, oh, we have a great yellow hero. You know what I'm saying? So I get what he's saying. I think it's just they use that from a media standpoint to capture the viewer to get locked in on the whole story. Because think about it. Most people won't gear to stories that do not capture their interest. So, and it sucks because they always have to use the race or the color or skin color. And I don't think it's intentional from it being a racist standpoint at all. I just think it's whatever captures the viewer eye to want to read that paper or read that post or read that storyline, but it's just, I guess that's what divides the readers amongst readers. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't believe it's really intentional division or intentional to create division. I just think it's intentional in regards of, let's capture the readers amongst readers who are really locked in on this story and really read this storyline and conversate and create dialogue.
Tiger Woods was
What's going on here?
You didn't do that with VJ Singh, though, but you did that with Tiger Woods.
VJ Singh was like, hey, man, what kind of brother are you? I'm from South India. His neck was moved.
What I am curious about, family, is I wish he would have elaborated on and gave some more context on why he chose Prime Larry Bird immediately with no questions answered over Prime LeBron James. I'm not sure if I can find that. Comment down below, family, if you guys know his take on it, because maybe this just is a clip of him saying his answer but not really giving a context. So I may be just looking at a video. Hopefully I could get the information on another angle. Here we go. Because I figure I maybe have got it from just the answer standpoint. Because, it's a full podcast they usually release, and then they release clips nowadays. So
I'm going to give you Larry Bird in his prime or LeBron. Yes. Well, I was covering.
Because, me, Lenny, Mike Brown, we would camp.
So I guess, from what I can remember him saying, I think he just believes that Larry Bird has more willpower, the way he was covered in ice as an Eskimo and played every night. I don't believe he believes that LeBron James is playing every night limitlessly and going as hard as LeBron James. or LeBron James isn't going hard as Larry Bird. Correction. LeBron James isn't going hard as Larry Bird. As Larry Bird played every night and would ice up and then the next day come out like he's not hurting. So comment down below. Do you believe that John Salley said he picked Prime Larry Bird over Prime LeBron James due to Larry Bird having more willpower and skill power over LeBron James, and let alone was always hungry to do better and be exceptionally well, let alone ice up like an Eskimo and still go out and play the next day, even though he was hurting from the soreness and all that? Comment down below, family. I can say from his standpoint, because I wasn't in their time, I'm a 1999 baby. They're talking about it in the 80s, but it's always interesting to see their perspective on how it was back then. Obviously, the NBA back then was much more physical than now. I can see where you're coming from, and I could agree. If I was in their time, I would, and I think I would, and I still would to this day, even if I was in their time or not, just by me educating myself on Larry Bird, I would pick Larry Bird as well, because I feel like the willpower is way more exceptionally well, and he's very exceptional at what he does. LeBron James, so busy focused. He's great. I don't discredit or take none of the success or accolades amongst either of them. So this is not a hater reaction or review. But this is more so talking about that dog, that hunger, that grit. And I feel like Larry Bird had more. LeBron James has the grit. But then sometimes it's more like, okay, I'll have the grit and hunger. And sometimes he'll just go straight out. Because don't get me wrong, LeBron James will dart out and go up and down that court. Especially you cannot take the longevity and sustainability of him still being able to do what he does exceptionally well at this day and age, at his age, LeBron James. Of course, we know Larry Bird had many injuries, from his back, many surgeries, from my understanding, he was laying down concrete for his mother's, had a back issues, broke his back and so forth, things like that. But, and plus the technology up to this day and age is way up to par with the nutrition and everything was than back then. But I felt like LeBron James is a 50-50 when it comes to that hunger and grit. I think we can agree. Comment down below if you disagree. Because LeBron James, sometimes that grit and hunger could go towards the referees and him worrying about getting a foul, rather than Larry Bird didn't care about none of that back in his day, no matter what generation or what era. So that's my take on it, and I think that's what John Salley was trying to go off from that standpoint, I should say. I think John Salley was trying to go off on his stance of why he picked Larry Bird from that standpoint, from the ambition, the hunger, the commitment, the devotion. Not to take away from LeBron James, but more from a willpower standpoint. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Spread that peace, love, and positivity. Until next time, family. Peace.